Hey folks, and welcome to part 8 of my no killing leveling challenge. We're on our third attempt, just entering Northrend, so let's get started. As per usual, we head to Borean Tundra first. While the main quest chain is shut down pretty quickly, Northrend does have a large amount of different quest hubs. Farshire has a few quests, Druids do, and Kirin Tor do. Of one note is a quest with the gnomes, where we have to escort a single gnome out of a very long cave. I'm always wary during these escort quests that a single touch could just end the run. Looking back, maybe it wasn't worth doing. The gnome aggroes a lot, it's very long, but eventually, through a lot of healing, we both make it out. Overall, we finished Borean Tundra at level 72. Dragonblight is next, and this is a zone that has ended us twice now. We start off with looting dragons. We then move on to the Arthur's quest chain, one of the very few we can complete entirely. Choosing not to fail the run with Chromie's quest again, instead we settle with the goblins in the north. Pretty easy to miss if you don't know they're there, but even easier is another quest chain between a goblin and a giant. Sure, we can't do all of the quest chain, we can do 4 out of the 6 quests, which is pretty good. Finally, we end Dragonblight at 74. Next up is Howland Fjord, but on the way I stopped by Grizzly Hills to get a flight point. Also on the way, I remember there's some dailies involving the Venture Company in the south, so we do those along the way. Howland Fjord is pretty similar to the rest. Lots of hubs, and each hub has a few quests. The pirates around the Kaluat do pretty good with 7 quests, and over with the Explorers League we had to do a lot of work with a hawk and collecting tools. There's even more collecting quests in the north, collecting food and feathers, and even one in a dungeon, thanks to stealth. Fjord gives us level 76 and we're on a roll. We fly back to Grizzly Hills and start work on the west first. The main walking quest chain takes us to the next town and collect Wolfbane. We take Bud along, eventually, to capture a troll and do even more collecting. Doing our part for the hunters, it's onto the Westfall Brigade, who have us collect horses, collect beer, and while we're there, collect some vases and fish. Not a bad zone, and we end at level 77. My plan now involves teleporting to Dalaran, then picking up all the quests there for the last 4 zones. We get a free flight to Sholazar, but since this zone is mainly Hemmet Nessenwary based, I expect a lot of killing. It's not great, but an easy escort quest and some pickups do provide something. Unfortunately, it also provides one of the worst underwater pickup quests that has probably ever existed. It's the last chance here, and Sholazar is pretty much 3 quest chains and we really can't start any of them properly. So we head to Icecrown at level 78, and yet again it's a zone we can't really get started in, at least in the traditional sense. Since Northrend and Outlands share a level bracket now, the Icecrown endgame can be started at level 70. This means we can go to the Argent tournament. Folks didn't like the lack of fighting back then, but for our needs, jousting easily suffices. Still not an entire level here, but with 2 zones left, we have the time. Next up is the Storm Peaks, and while goblins in Classic prove blood hungry, in Northrend they continue to impress. Yeah, they seem pretty good at leaving stuff behind, but that's good for us, so we pick up some crates, pick up some more crates, and brave that horrendous minefield to recover some tools, not the goblin though. Next up is the Frostborn Dwarfs, where we get started on the hunt for Bran and the hunt for a Scout, but both hunts end pretty soon. Alas, that is it for Storm Peaks. Again, the major chains are locked away, but it's 79. Confidence high, we head to Zultrack, the last zone. I expect good things here, and the start does not disappoint. Beginning with the Argent Crusade in the middle, we give out parachutes, then we can complete the entire patrol quest chain, along the way collecting wood, ingredients, lost crusaders and poppies. Then we head to the west and meet up with the Wolvar at Light's Breach, where we head out to collect some paper and put out some fires. Wait, what? These fires count as kills. Seriously, we have put out a load of fires before, but these ones, these ones count as a kill. And just like that, putting out fires, we failed attempt 3. This failure though will be different. I've learned a valuable lesson here for all future challenges. Testing. Carield may have failed, but her failure was not in vain. She will keep leveling, checking every potential quest and clearing the way for attempt 4. So she does the rest of Zultrack. It's fine, look for Crusaders, and looks for some Raptor eggs. And with that, she's done in Northrend. And, not to spoil what's coming next, here she is entering Legion. Currently, still only got 1 kill. She's still trudging along, finding the quest we can do. As for attempt 4, meet Carield. Sounds the same, but there's an extra A in there. That means it's back to speedrunning, and I know these routes pretty well by now, so we can complete Classic 15 minutes quicker than we did before, and Outlands 25 minutes ahead of schedule. And, just for good luck, here she is finishing Zultrack. Yep, another dungeon quest, finishing Northrend at level 80, 22.5 hours in. So, next up is Cataclysm and Pandaria, where things get even spicier. I'll see you there.